they respond. So there's a communication structure that is trying to get ahead of the news and ahead of the media and ahead of the online conversations on this case that hasn't been there on other cases before. So there's some effort going on.
But Sossion, you feel that there's a lot of politicization of this, but that is what politicians do. That any case, of course, those who are not in government will question even government responses to issues of public interest. Why do you feel that is wrong?
No, I think this is how it should be. Let us all condemn the killing as Kenyans and support a process that is going to help to bring the culprits to book. Because the intention to murder, the action to murder is domiciled in the murderer. It is not the entire police force that is executing this. Mm-hmm. It is not the government officers that are choreographing this. It is a murderer or murderers who are then trying to engage in cover-up activities. This is very serious, Fred. When somebody even gave information that came to the public of how Ojwang killed himself, that particular officer did not contemplate the effect of such a false statement. And that is an indicator of what we call covering up. You cannot work for government as a police officer and then you engage in covering up. And I'm very specific in concentrating on focusing on the killers. And I'm happy IPOA took statements of the officers who had been interdicted. And from those statements, Kenyan investigative systems will always get to the bottom of the truth. It doesn't matter how long it takes. But this is not something that is going to take very, very long. So as for me, I think as a country, let us separate politics from serious issues. We close ranks and focus on this, because we need to change the culture in the police system. Mm-hmm. If convicts, because many Kenyans will be arrested all over Kenya, suspects, and they must be safe within the hands of the police. And when Murkomen yesterday outlined the standing orders, the standing orders are so clear. Do we have a police officer who arrests a citizen without complying with the standing orders, or even how Kenyans are processed in the police stations? I have been to the police station many times to record statements in the course of my work previously. And I would imagine if I was mishandled, no Kenyan should be, in fact, a Kenyan under arrest should be very safe, should be the safest, more than anybody else. And that is where we need...
As a guest of the state.
And yes, as a guest of the state. And that is where all of us need to focus.
Okay.
And that is the hallmark of the statement of the president, the statement of the cabinet secretary for interior. Let me not go into the statements of the police and whatnot. Why are we not enforcing the provision of the standing orders, police regulations, the laws of this country, the constitution of this country? You kill a citizen and then you want the entire country to be disrupted.
Okay.
And those who want to make political capital without shame and without moral, they want to make political capital out of it.
Allow me, I know. Gentlemen, I know. We spent so much time on this story.
Empirically speaking.
And we may still
Surely, Fred. Empirically speaking.
Surely two things.
The criminals who killed
it would be unfair for me to...
It would be unfair for them to, without, it would be unfair for me not to have...
let you leave this video without talking about the other big discussion, which is the budget.
Fred, allow me to say, because it's important. That's
60 seconds only.
60, thank you. One, very quickly. This story about us saying who did the statement about banging, the police spokesman is a spokesman. He speaks on behalf of the IG. Don't crucify Mushiri. The guy the officer was told what to write. That's number one. Number two, anytime we're talking about serious things, we talk about politicizing things.